a Tex-Mex favorite, Huevos Rancheros, corn tortillas, a pepper tomato sauce, lime-infused black beans, fried eggs, and a lime crema to top it off. Let's turn up the heat. The base of this dish is the corn tortilla. Let's start with 1 cup of masa harina, ½ teaspoon of salt, give that a mix, add about 3/4 cups of water, mix this up. Once this is mixed, this dough ball should feel like Play-Doh. Just keep this in the bowl, cover it for about 30 minutes, and let that masa completely get hydrated. Take your masa and break it up into 2-ounce rounds. Place one of the balls in between parchment paper. Place another piece of parchment paper on top. Since I don't have a tortilla press, I'm gonna take a rolling pin and I'm just gonna roll it out. Take a pan that's screaming hot, take your tortilla and toss it in. Once little bubbles start to form, flip it. When you flip it, you want to look for little brown marks. Pull your tortilla, place it in a towel, and wrap it up. Do this with all the other tortillas until you're ready to fry. Get some oil in a shallow pot around 400 degrees. Unwrap your tortilla. Toss this in for around a minute. You want this to have crispy edges, but you want it to be somewhat pliable. This sauce is going to coat the tortilla and it packs a punch. From dried anchos to fresh jalapenos and fire roasted tomatoes, it brings all the flavor. First, take 1 dried ancho, get rid of all the seeds, add this dried pepper to some water. Let this pepper simmer over medium heat and rehydrate. Start with 1 garlic clove. Next is a ½ a jalapeno. If you want to make it a little more spicy, keep the seeds. If not, scrap them. Next is 1 whole red bell pepper. Next is a ½ an onion. Take all this to a screaming saute pan with a little bit of oil. Add your peppers and your garlic. 2 tablespoons of cumin. 1 chipotle pepper in adobo sauce. Crush it down, kind of smash it up. You can take some of the liquid sauce and dump it right in, about a teaspoon. Add 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. Take your pepper that's been simmering and add it right to the pot. Take some of that perfect pepper liquid, dump it in. Save this for later just in case the sauce gets too thick. You can add this instead of just plain water. Cook this down for around 10 minutes until the peppers and the onions are soft. I threw that mixture into a blender and blended it for around 30 seconds until your sauce comes to a thick consistency. Check the salt levels on your sauce. I added around 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of salt. This breakfast is going to get topped with a beautiful lime crema. 2 simple ingredients, and I bet you can guess it. Lime and sour cream. Get about a ½ a cup of sour cream and 1 lime. Give it a squeeze of lime juice, a little bit of zest, about 1/4 teaspoon. Once you mix it, you're just looking for a consistency that's runny and that can be drizzled across the rancheros. There's no meat in this dish, so the beans have to shine. We're gonna saute these beans up. Let's start with 1 can of black beans, a couple pinches of salt, take 1 lime, cut it in half, and squeeze the juice straight in. Give it some pepper, give it a taste, check the salt level, make sure it's right where you want it. This is where I want it, so I'm taking it off. You've seen me make eggs in the past, and you know I like them sunny side up, where you baste the oil right over the egg whites until they're completely cooked. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that video, come back, and we'll be ready to plate. Start with your tortilla. Give this a good amount. Take some beans. Take your eggs, toss them right on top. An optional step, you can take your avocado, lay it right on the side. Take some of your crema, a little bit of fresh onion, and some hand-ripped cilantro. Here it is, the Huevos Rancheros. Let's dig in. Beans, sauce, egg, avocado, tortilla, perfect bite. That right there is delicious. That fresh corn is really coming through. The lime crema and the lime in the beans. Lima beans? The lime in the beans is really giving that extra acidic note. The avocado is a nice touch. If you like it, it's good. If you don't, you can leave it out. That runny egg just kind of binds everything together. And if you've never had this, I would give it a try. We've done American breakfast, we've done English breakfast, and now we hit the Tex-Mex Mexican breakfast. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. Consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And until next time, peace.